Well, hey everybody. As we continue to power through our quarantine projects, we're calling it Quarantine Clean. We are cleaning out our wood shop. We are using scrap that we've had for years, laying around for rainy days, and we've gotten some rainy days here with the stay-at-home orders. So this was a piece of roofing slate that my mom got us years ago. Had it painted up. It looked really nice, and it hung up with some leather straps through the original nail holes. And one of my kids, who shall remain nameless, I don't remember who it was, caused it to fall and break. So found it as we were cleaning out some other stuff the other day. It was laying here in two pieces, and thought it'd be something that I'd like to make new again. So what we need to do first is to figure out how we're gonna assemble the whole thing. You may see that the crack is right through here. It's in two pieces, clean. My thoughts are, since this is tongue and groove, to take advantage of that groove that's already present in the board, and use that as the mechanism to hold the slate front to back. And that's what I've pretty much landed on there. I will need to do some figuring and stuff, but I want to chase the angle. Doesn't really show up very well for you there. I do want to chase the angles, so we want to retain the general shape that looks about like a hexagon-ish, 30-degree-ish. We'll figure it out. So step one is to cut down the length of these, and then we'll decide what we want to do, if we want to do them with a different width than the original. Okay, so we have it just laid out here for visual. It'll just be a matter of taking a miter. It's just probably a 45-degree miter there, and matching miters on the other side. So the bottom will be an easy 90-degree miter to make. Next step, before we go any further, I do want to shore up this bottom corner, get that figured out. Once I figure that out, then I can start pulling the measurements and making my top part that's going to have some different angles on it. Wow, look at how tight those growth rings are. Holy smokes, that was a slow growing tree. Very cool. They don't make them like that anymore. Okay, so we made a few mistakes. You ever see a two-sided corner? That's because I cut the wrong way the first time. But luckily we had enough material to make it happen. So remember, if you make a mistake, you're still making firewood. So okay, so I did some figuring, and these are the angles that it wants to be when we go take this tester piece off. So that'll let it catch the same angle as the slate, and then we'll do that on this side too, and we want to chase that angle, but then we want to cut it here flush. So that's our next cut. So I've had the bottom 90-degree angles glued here for about a half an hour, and I was looking for something. I keep a lot of screws and things in the wood shop, or the weird shop, and I didn't want anything to show. But this is a small head. It's actually a number 1 Phillips drive head. It's about 9/64, probably about 2.5, almost 3 inches long. So I'm going to drill that in through the back. This will be the back of the frame, and I'm just going to put one going into each of the side frames, and that would do a few things. That would give me a little bit more peace of mind as the slate puts its weight down on this piece, and secondly, it let me get going a little bit faster with assembly. I don't want to mess the glue up, but if I got a screw in there, then the glue can finish curing while I'm moving it and flipping it and turning it and stuff. So let's see how that goes. Wow. That is hard to drill into. I'm surprised. I know it's really tight grained cedar, but wowzers. And as much as I don't like to put screws in by hand, I've tried to use these screws on other things and it just doesn't work very well. So luckily this one's going in pretty easy. Okay, so we've got the two shoulders on and they're secured again with those #1 Phillips heads, screws and glues. Came to the point where I kind of consider this as a keystone, and asked my wife what she wanted, if she wanted to be left proud like that or cut, and you can see as a line that I've got marked that we're going to cut it. So that'll just be on the table saw. We'll do that freehand. I'm not going to try to use a fence or anything. I'll just freehand that ball line and then glue these two joints and put screws back in there, and then as far as that goes, construction is done. So it's turned out pretty good and been a lot of fun. Okay, so the sword that was broken has been forged again. No, just kidding. The sign's done. I got to figure out some way to hang it, but that'll be easy enough. It can hang just like a normal picture would, but it turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. And so there it goes. So we used some old cedar porch planks and cut a few angles. A couple of them were just typical angles. There's 90-degree cuts and 45-degree cuts, and the rest is all cut to fit. So figured out, and used chop saw and cordless drill and some screws and glues. So I had fun making the project, and I hope that you found it useful. Thank you for watching.